Sounding good. Can you hear me, Luca?
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so Michael, we can start the 30-second mark now. Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Horizen Weekly Insider number 86. Today is May the 3rd, 2021. Thanks for joining us live here on Discord and YouTube. Please be aware that this call is being recorded and will also be available for you to check out later in our Horizen podcast. Also, please remember to be asking your questions on Menti while this call is happening so the team can answer them at the end. So let's kick it off with our first update from the engineering department. Alberto, please, welcome.
Thank you, Angie. Okay, so as usual, let's start with Zendu, where we are continuing applying the changes to the mempool processing part that were requested last week. Also, the development to support multiple proving system was completed. Just a few minor changes were requested, and those will be implemented in the next few days. So everything is proceeding as expected. In parallel to that, we will also move on with the final code reviews of the other developments that were done in the past few weeks for the upcoming release. Switching to the proving system side, last week we were able to make really great progress with code reviews. And in particular, we approved and merged a total of 7 pull requests among the Changelly, Marlin, Polycommit repositories. So just to name a few of the pull requests that we approved and merged, we looked at the D-log segmentation sponge, the Darlin serializations, and most importantly, the final Darlin accumulation and batch verification pull request. The code reviews on the proving system part are almost over, so that's great. And what is left is just the final code review of the proof verifier, where last week we completed the development. Moreover, last week we had also had a couple of sessions for what regards the overall integration, and we identified some changes that are needed to be applied on the Zendu CCTP library. These specific changes have been already applied, so they are now ready to be reviewed. In parallel to that, we are also continuing the integration of the recent changes in all the different crypto libraries. So probably all for today. Back to you, Angie.
Thank you, Alberto. And by the way, last Wednesday, the Zero Knowledge podcast published Alberto's interview with Anna Rose about Zendu and more in general about Horizen. If you haven't checked that out, please take the time to listen to it. It's very, very good. And Luca is going to publish the link right now for you to check that out. Let's continue now with Jonathan to give us the growth updates.
Thanks, Angie. Hey, everybody. So on my side, we're continuing to push for Sdsn and getting people to work with Sdsn. We currently have 128 staked addresses, which is kind of below where we want to be. But in terms of the whole staked ecosystem, we're actually second, only to Ethereum, which has 242 addresses. So I think with a little bit of time, we'll definitely overtake Ethereum in terms of the number of staked addresses. Obviously, we're fighting much more of an uphill battle than they had when they launched due to Ethereum gas fees, but I'm still happy with the progress, and every day we're continuing to add more and more addresses. In terms of the general community hub, we're still seeing really strong growth. I think that as we continue to add ambassadors, we'll kind of see what we saw with South Korea, which was a really big explosion there. Everything is going very strong, including wallet downloads, which continue to increase. Also, just a reminder for everyone, we still have our gas fee reimbursement going on right now. So all you have to do is get at least one Sdsn, hold it for 30 days, and we'll refund up to $50 in gas fees. That's open to everybody. Anybody can apply. This is going to be rewarded to the first 100 users who apply. So go ahead and apply today. And that's it for me today. Thanks, Angie.
Thank you, Jonathan. Now let's welcome Vano for the BD and operations updates.
Hello, everyone. Good Monday. Recently, our list of fiat gateways has been increasing steadily, which is welcome news, of course. And today, I would like to announce that Zen has been integrated at Gardarian, which is a licensed fiat gateway platform in Estonia, offering services such as US dollar and euro on-ramp and off-ramp, website widgets, and prepaid crypto MasterCard debit cards. Zen is currently integrated as a US dollar and euro on-ramp and euro off-ramp. And we are working with Gardarian to extend Zen partnership to the whole ecosystem in the future as well. That's all from me, and I pass it back to Angie.
Thank you, Vano. Let's continue with Lucy for the marketing updates.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday and happy May. It's my favorite month, so it's going to be a good one. We released our newest white paper, Lattice incentive scheme last week, and then it details the incentive scheme of the blockchains launched on our Zen2 platform and how it's an important element of a decentralized system and keep how we can keep a fair and a scalable reward system for all participants. So you can download it on our updated white paper page on our website. And Angie just mentioned also that Alberto had an interview with the Zero Knowledge podcast some time ago, but it was just released last week. And then this Zero Knowledge podcast is a very important major podcast that covers the latest news and updates in zero knowledge research and applications, and also decentralized web. So the topic of this episode with Alberto is exploring the Snox usage for our sidechains, and our engineering team has developed Zen2 and Lattice, and Alberto explains in the episode how Horizen Zen2 system works under the hood to connect a main chain with a set of sidechains built for specific purposes. So if you're really interested in deep diving into the usage of Snox technology in our platform, so definitely have a listen. And the next one is a reminder for our ongoing giveaways. Jonathan mentioned some of them. The one is that that is very close to an end is the $2,500 giveaway for Sdsn holders. The last day to enter that giveaway is May the 8th. There's still a chance for you to win $100 if you start holding just 10 Sdsn before this Saturday. So you can find the giveaway details on our Sdsn page. And then another ongoing one is the Sdsn promotion. Another ongoing Sdsn promotion is the gas reimbursement. The first 100 Sdsn holders enter the promotion will get their gas fee reimbursed up to $50. And right now we don't have 100 holders yet enter the promotion. There's still spots left, so act fast. You still have a chance to get your gas fee paid back. You only need to hold a minimum of one Sdsn. So the entry barrier is very, very low. And then another ongoing giveaway is the a 500 community giveaway to celebrate our Twitter follow hitting the 100,000 milestone. The end date is May the 15th, so there's still time to join. And then there will be an AMA with one of our exchange partners, Swap Zone, this Friday with Rob. So keep an eye out on our social media feed, and then we've already published the details. And also we have kicked off some campaigns in China. One of them including hosting a series of events in some major cities. We're just really excited to see the massive Horizen community growth everywhere. With all the growth and all the happening in our ecosystem, I'm also very excited to. I mentioned it before, but really excited to remind everyone that the marketing team is hiring. Right now, currently, we have 3 open positions, and then you can find it on the career page on our website. I've already received a ton of applications, and just really excited to see not just the community growth, but also people who really wants to join our team and work with us. I personally, I can say that it's a very fun team, and it's just a group of great people to work with. Please, if you're interested in also joining the team, check out our positions and send in your applications. And lastly, but not the least, we announced our ambassador program last week. That was a huge hit, and I believe Erica have the latest updates.
Hey everyone. So yes, as Lucy is saying, we did officially announce the Horizen Ambassador Program last week, and I'm super excited to say it's really taken off, like overwhelmingly positive, and everyone seems very excited about it. I want to thank everybody who took time to apply for the Ambassador Program, try our daily tasks, and provide feedback. I don't think I can turn up the volume. I am so sorry, Rosario. I'll just scream into my microphone. Okay. So since last week, we've had 129 daily task completions, and everyone seems to be enjoying the tasks so far. If there are any kinds of tasks you would like me to add or you'd like to see, just let me know. I love feedback. We also have received over 215 applications to the Ambassador Program so far. So if you've submitted an application and you haven't heard back, just please be patient. I'm working through them. I'm about halfway through already, so you should hear back soon. And I'd like to welcome our new ambassadors, Francis, Matt, Crypto Twist, Andre, Howard, Paul, AC, and Ahim Bisabwe. I'm super excited to start working with you all. I hope you have a great day, and that's my update for the week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erica. And I know that Erica's been working restless with all the applications. Just really, really excited to see that. And then also another reminder that we have new HDE tasks published, and a lot of them are for ambassadors. So please take a look, and if you're interested in doing any of them, consider apply to our ambassador programs. Thank you so much. That's it from us. Back to you, Angie.
Thank you, girls. Amazing updates. Now let's welcome Rosario for Product and Engineering.
Hello, everyone. We're making great progress with both the Celsius and the Game Chain. On the Celsius side, we had a session last week with the tech teams, and it was awesome to see our sidechain bootstrap within seconds. That was quite quite amazing to see that. We started testing their portion of the project, so that's some progress there. On the Game Chain, the game developer has some roadblocks with the Unity integration with multiplayer, so they're working on their end to resolve those issues. From our end, we're close to complete. Actually, the sidechain is ready for our peer code review, and we'll be ready for testing once the game developer solves those issues on their end. Over the last weeks, we've mentioned that the Horizen Labs team is growing, and that we have a new key hire on the product side. So it is my pleasure to introduce Zane Chain, VP of Engineering for Horizen Labs. And I'm just so excited to have him join, and he's going to bring a different breadth and depth into the team. And Zane, would you like to say something to the community?
Yeah, thanks, Rosario. Hey, everyone. I'm Zane, and I'm super excited and really humbled to join this incredible team. My background is in computer science and engineering, and I've spent my career building apps in both the consumer and financial space. I love creating innovative tech, scaling teams, and I just can't wait to jump in and contribute to this incredible, amazing community. Thank you.
Well, welcome to the team, Zane, and that's it from us. On to you, Angie.
Awesome. Thank you, Rosario. Now let's welcome Rob for the final part and Q&A session.
Cool. So let me just reiterate the big welcome to Zane, joining the labs team as a VP engineer, building out the New York City team, actually. So this is the key element. We've been talking about this for weeks, if not like more than a month at this point. So to reiterate the 4 components, or at least the vision that as I see for that team, because we're going to build an integrated team out there, it's going to be responsible for at least 4 areas. And you're not going to see all 4 areas pop up spontaneously at once. But this is the vision and where we want to go with it. And Zane is the first key hire. And already he's just been going nuts on recruiting and bringing in some other top tier talent. So the first one is thinking of the SDK as a product. So one sub-team that just purely focuses on the SDK as a product, improving it, adding modules, thinking about it from a user's perspective, and just making it better, making it easier to deploy. This fundamentally is one of the core products at the heart of our technology. So we need to really pump a bunch of resources into making it better. Thinking of now another sub-team would be building products with the SDK, and this is different. So I think having a separate sub-team that focuses on just the big backlog of what we've been calling design partners that will one day soon be either clients or just partners in the ecosystem that want to build on the Horizen blockchain using the in this case the Horizen Labs product. This is a team in and of itself, and launching blockchains with partners like Celsius and all the others that the BD team's been bringing to the table is a really important part of our ecosystem and growing. Something else that's really important, and I think we need to dedicate resources to it, is building a developer evangelism team and fostering our open source software community. So this is something we've been talking about for a while. We have the Zen IP process, we have the HDE. Now we actually need a team that can just turbocharge it. So actually hiring engineers whose only job is to curate opportunities for the community, code review, submissions, test them, and just kind of amplify what's going on with community development. This is something really important, and I view one of the sub-teams that we have under Zane is going to be this evangelism team. The other is we have a whole set of internal products that we have a backlog of ourselves. I mean, we have Sphere by Horizen. We've been talking about a mobile version of Sphere by Horizen for a while. Well, maybe this is something this team could tackle, a whole bunch of libraries, explorers. I mean, we have team members that have been doing heroic amounts of work, and just like a shout out to Marco on the product team, who's just been doing a fantastic job across the board on these types of internal products. But actually adding developers here and stepping up some of our activities, I think is a really important part of our overall ecosystem development. So anyway, could not be more excited for Zane joining the team. He's got a huge task on his hands, but I've known Zane for a while personally, and I know that he actually looks forward to those types of challenges. So what this means is we are going to make an increasing commitment to HDE, to the open source software development in our community here. Not only are we going to be hiring dedicated developers, but we're also going to be allocating increasing portions of our budget. So more to come on that. Another great thing that piggybacks on that, not necessarily on the developer front, but wow, I was blown away just hearing these numbers of 215 applicants to the ambassador program after just launching it. I mean, this is kind of nuts, but it does show that there's something huge brewing under the surface in our ecosystem. So you don't always get a sense of this when you're hearing just from the same people every week on this call, but the ecosystem is exploding. The numbers are exploding, but importantly, you can see very specific things exploding, like our Korean community explosion just recently. So this is something that was purely organic, and we've had a Korean community from the very beginning, but something just changed. Something caught, there's some critical mass of something that happened, and all of a sudden we saw a big explosion. So given 215 new ambassador applications, the first crop, second crop, third crop, and so forth, as we grow this program, are going to be making a big difference on that front. Let's see. Finally, I'll say from my perspective of what I do on a daily basis and what the BD team does on a daily basis is one of our biggest challenges has been in pitching Horizen, the ecosystem, without concrete examples of the technology. We've been talking about the technology for a while. We can always point people to technical documents, to GitHub, to white papers, and so forth. We launched a beta product last July, or the July prior, And we've been building with it. So this was the idea of the blockchain factory, as we called it, just a dedicated product team that's just working with design partners, launching blockchains using the SDK, solving real problems. And the product team has been, chronically understaffed, under-resourced, and just been doing a Herculean effort with limited resources. So fantastic job there. And you heard, hiring Zane and his team, we're going to be expanding that significantly. But we're very soon, and importantly, going to have tangible results of the work that these teams have been doing over the last, say, 6 months with design partners like Celsius, with GameChain. So we're getting some of these blockchains that, at least from our perspective, are basically done in code review for some of them, waiting on UI front end work from our partners for some of them. But the big change here, and I think this is going to be the inflection point, is when we actually have tangible products on the market that showcase what you can do with this technology. So this is, we're hitting a point where, we've been working our butts off for a really long time, trying to just educate the market. Like a lot of the calls that I do with prospective design partners, with the BD team, it's mainly an educational process. We try to explain to them, here's our technology, here's generally, how it works. We have a beta version. Here's what we're going to be delivering very soon with Zendoo on mainnet. But it's very much theoretical. It's part of PowerPoint decks, and it is just going to be fundamentally different when when Zendoo goes live and we actually have some of these projects going live with these design partners. And instead of just running through a PowerPoint deck, we can actually just point them to an explorer running a live blockchain. So guys, change typically is not linear. And I think in our world here, you can see from the ecosystem growth, from the work the product team's doing, the huge amount of work the engineering team's doing, actually delivering the production level version of the stuff, everything's coming together. And everything's coming together basically now. It's been an explosive year for us in general, but expect the second part of this year to be even more important for the history of this project. So anyway, I'll stop here. We can open up to some Q&A. And speaking of ecosystem growth, I have a really, really important meeting in about 5 minutes. So Angie, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob, for the updates. And thank you as well to everyone for contributing with your questions. So the first one is, will Sdsn be integrated to Sphere in the future?
That's a really good question. So I would say it's TBD right now from a product perspective. And we've been talking about Sphere itself being managed more like an internal product. So I would say it's definitely on the kind of list of things that we would do with it. And I'm a big fan of it. So let's just put a big TBD out there for now, and great suggestion.
Great. The second question is, we see a boom in Snark-focused projects. For example, Aleo, Polkadot, Aragon, etc. Feels like they get all the attention. What do you think about this?
Well, I'd say we're getting some attention too, and just the fact that we're part of the ZK Proof workshop recently, and part of the short list of companies that was actually invited to potentially hire some of the people at the conference, shows that we are part of that close-knit circle now. And listen to Alberto's podcast, I think was just a fantastic recap of where we are. And the fact, again, that he's on that podcast is a really big deal. So that is the podcast that's the premier podcast in the ZK space in this industry. And I would say now we're starting to make more of a splash now that people realize what we're doing.
Thank you. And the third and final question is, how's the hiring going?
I'd say fantastic, but I'm never happy in the fact that I want to hire. I wish I could just snap my fingers and we have an amazing team on hand. The fact that we have Zane on board now, we just hired another cryptographer, Daniele, in the Milan office. We are hiring, and we're just constantly grinding to find top tier talent. We are kicking off a much broader process now in the US, especially with the New York office. So I do expect us to have many more new hires over the year. But of course, this is a process, and we unfortunately can't just snap our fingers. But we're getting some good traction.
Awesome.
Yeah, I may also add a little to it. Just speaking from the marketing division, we have just released a new position not long time ago, and we haven't even started promoting them within the community yet. But we've already just received a ton of applications right now, going through the initial phase of reviewing the applications, and then the applicants will soon hear if they will be moved to the next stage. So it's just it's going great. Getting for marketing division going great with the level of interest that we're receiving, and then expect the application volume will increase even more once our community member learn about the opportunities. So really excited to move to the next stage.
Awesome. So those were the top 3 questions. Thank you everyone again for contributing. Thank you as well for joining us here every week. We've been having great weeks of amazing updates, and we'll see you all next Monday for the latest Horizen updates. Have a great week. Bye-bye.